Hey everyone, welcome to the video. I hope you're good. Yeah, this is a question that's been on, I think, everyone's brain, if you're a Saints Row fan. Is Saints Row dead? Will this be the last Saints Row? You know, things like that. It's an interesting topic, I think, and I think it's something we should go over from a neutral standpoint, because as much as we're all hyped for the reboot, a large portion of the community, and I mean a large portion, it is not hyped. So I think it's only fair if we actually look at the evidence and just see if Saints Row is dead, and after this, will this be the last Saints Row, and is Saints Row over? You know what I mean? Because as much as we want a sequel to the reboot eventually, will we get one? Is this going to be the last Saints Row, and is Saints Row dead? So, let's get into it. Well, for me, there's two logical thoughts to go with the new Saints Row and see how it could be dead, you know what I mean? So, the first one will be, is Volition going to go bankrupt? And is Volition going to just lose all of its fan base and no one's going to buy their games and then eventually go bankrupt? So, those are two different things. And I think both of those are no, and let me explain. So, with the fan base aspect, I can't imagine Saints Row losing its fan base. Regardless of how many OGs it's pissed off, this Saints Row has still been bestseller on certain websites, it's still getting sales, and people are still interested in the games. I mean, as long as the main people who are interested in games, you know, like a large majority still get the reboot, then I can't see how they would ever lose their fan base. I mean, they can always get new players onto the game, you know what I mean? A lot of people will see this reboot and go, okay, I'll get that when the game plays out and stuff. So, you know, I think it's important to just understand, I don't think they're just going to run out of players. That's something I just can't see happening. I don't think it'd be one of those irrelevant games that just goes dead. Now, when it comes to the financial aspect towards Volition, I think we're okay, actually. And here's why. With the Epic Games deal, it's safe to say that Volition most likely earned a decent bit of money. I hope so. I'm not sure who would get it, whether it's Deep Silver or Volition, but it's safe to say whoever did get it got a decent bit of money. And hopefully that's enough money to warrant keeping Volition around. Saints Row is a lot bigger than it has been. The Saints Row name, you know, it is big now. It's not like a tiny game anymore. It's not just a GTA knockoff in the gaming world. It's Saints Row. And obviously, it will still get labelled as certain things, whether it be clones of other games now. It's still Saints Row. So, I think they're still going to keep Volition around and its creators around to make new games, as it is a profitable brand now. You know what I mean? People will buy the new Saints Row, regardless. So, that's important to think about. And I think the Epic Games deal, obviously with the money they got from that, must mean they're doing okay financially. So, to me, that answers my question of, is Saints Row dead? No, I don't think it is. When you think about it, why would the Saints Row be dead if it's still got one hell of a large fan base out there? It's one of the best pre-order things, and they're getting money from Epic Games for being on the exclusivity. So, to me, Saints Row isn't dead. But that doesn't answer the other question of, will we get a Saints Row after this? Now, this is something I was thinking about a lot, because, you know, maybe Volition would want this to be the last Saints Row game, and then just update it, kind of like how, you know how games are, like, slowing down now, and they're just getting updates throughout the year and things, kind of like GTA Online, as sad as that is, but to a better degree, because it's single player, really. But imagine, like, a GTA Online style game, but instead of us waiting for the new Saints Row, we're just getting continuous updates for this current Saints Row. I think that's just a possibility, okay? It's not one I want, but I was thinking about that because, I mean, it's very possible. It's what games do now. And I'm happy to say that's not something I think we'll have to worry about, because I just don't think that's how Volition are going to operate. Volition have made it very clear that they don't like the idea of online mode being in Saints Row. They haven't had an online mode since Saints Row 2, anything more than co-op at least, and it's quite obvious to me at least. Volition's just not a fan of the online mode, which is fine. And I actually think that's a good thing, because it means they put more time into making the games we want to play. So, on that note, with the reboot coming out, why would you reboot a franchise to have one game? You know what I mean? I mean, look at all the backlash this has got. You must really, like, want to stick with these characters. Why would you give Santo Aliso so much lore to explore to just have one game? You know what I mean? It doesn't make much sense to me. Why would you put all this money and time into making new characters, a new story, a new map, to have one game? That's something that wouldn't make sense to me. So, do I think we'll be getting a Saints Row Reboot 2? Yes, I do. Obviously, it's not something we're going to have to worry about for a long time, and let's just focus on the game coming out, but I know a lot of people have been worrying about this being the last Saints Row game, and I'm pretty happy and pretty certain to say this won't be. Again, why would they reboot the entire franchise? Take that much of a risk for one game? It just wouldn't be worth it. And they obviously are sticking with this game like hell. So, to me, it would make a lot more sense for them to want to make this back into a new Saints Row franchise with full creative freedom from the way they want to do things. And that's great. To me, with the old games, Volition kind of backed themselves into a corner with what they can do story-wise, because, I mean, especially when we got Saints Row 4, where do you go from there? You know what I mean? I mean, where did you really go from 3? The tone had changed, like, dramatically. But now this is Saints Row, a fresh start. And they can do whatever they want. And I think that's a good place to start and a good foundation to start building a new franchise on. The new Saints Row franchise. And that's cool. And that's good, I think. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts. I think we will be getting a new Saints Row game. I do not think Saints Row is dead like a lot of people do. I just can't see how people can think that because it's got a lot of players still active. It's got some of the, like, most pre-ordered items on Amazon, I think it was. I'm going off what F13 showed. And, yeah. I mean, it's just doing well. The company should have money from the Epic deal and pre-orders. People are really excited to play the game and want to get their hands on it. While I understand a few people are quite upset about it, like, you know, the OGs, even they will probably get the game because it's Saints Row. So I think it's definitely interesting to just think about, but I don't think it's something we should worry about. Volition's probably going to be stuck around for a little while, and I hope that Saints Row 2, or whatever comes next, is a great game. But let's just focus on the reboot, because that's something I'm pretty excited for. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I don't think Saints Row is dead at all. It wouldn't make much sense to me to say so at this point. I sure as hell don't think this will be the last Saints Row, because regardless, Saints Row is it's income to them. They'll make a new Saints Row, trust me. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think. Do you think Saints Row is dead? Do you think Saints Row is dying out? Do you think this will be the last Saints Row game? I don't know. Let me know down below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time, guys. Goodbye.